So this video is going to focus on how to complete the Part 3C Summary and Recommendations of the Family Services Plan. So the first thing we would need to do is to get into our case. So I'm going to click on the Briers family and bring them into view by clicking on Show. And then to get to the Family Services Plan, we would click on the FSP icon on the secondary toolbar. Now it's pretty easy to find the Part 3C because it's called the Summary and Recommendations, and the tab is here marked Summary. So once we bring this into view, we can see that it's actually not a very complicated part of the Family Services Plan to complete. There's two sections, the dispositional summary as well as the agency recommendations that need to be completed by the caseworker. Those are the two fields that need to be completed. So essentially we would put the date created and created by, which is the caseworker's name, and Trails will auto-populate that for efficiency purposes. And essentially we just go into each of the fields and type in what our dispositional summary and agency recommendations are. Now you do have the option in the summary and recommendations to do more than one. So if we wanted to, for example, create a new summary and recommendations after entering this one, we would hit clear over here and it would bring up a new box. But generally speaking, this is only filled out by the intake worker at the point of transferring the case from an intake assessment to an ongoing or permanency case. However, you do have the option to use the summary and recommendations section of the Family Services Plan for the purpose of court. So some counties have it so that they can print off parts of the Family Services Plan and actually submit that to the court. So for example, if you wanted to make recommendations related to your court-ordered case, you could technically fill this out and turn it in. In my experience, I've seen mostly that intake workers just fill this out to provide some notes from intake to ongoing for the ongoing permanency worker. Another thing that you can capture in the FSP Part 3 is reasonable efforts that are being made to prevent permanency. I'm sorry, not to prevent permanency, we wouldn't want that. To prevent placement, reunify the children with their parents, or to achieve permanency can also be addressed in the Part 3C. So that's about it for this part of the Family Services Plan.